how we exist today, how you exist today, how I exist today, we would no longer exist in our present personalities if we but yielded to the higher harmonies, the energies that are coming in to the planet from the great central sun Alcyon. And I say yield because it is a yielding process where we let go of this personality that we all have. That is the ego. What the ego informs us is our personality. And in that moment that we yielded to the higher harmonies, the higher energies that are coming in of ascension, our outer life would end. The illusion would end. And you, the warrior, the spiritual warrior, the light warrior, would enter peace. Because the immortal self, the higher self, who we actually are within us, is an entity, is a energy of which we can become thoroughly conscious of while we are here on earth, while we are in this third dimension. To get to the fifth dimension, which is not a place that we go to, that we're waiting for, traveling to, but is a state of consciousness. To arrive at this consciousness of the fifth dimension, of the higher dimension, it necessitates an entire abandonment of all the little petty, piddly considerations involved in the transient and the subordinate ego, the lower self, which is the only self of which the unenlightened man is conscious, meaning the only self that we've ever been led to believe exists. For a lot of us, we don't know any other way to exist except what our conditioning, societal entrainment has provided for us. But there is a deeper meaning. There is a deeper current to this water, this ocean that we swim in, that we call reality, collective reality. There is a deeper wave that is part of this great ocean of being. So long ago in the science of Vedanta, this is where in India, ancient India, where Jesus went to many mystery schools, there within this science is known a term. Sat-chit-ananda is a Sanskrit term that describes the nature of reality as it is conceptualized in Hindu and yogic philosophy. Very ancient, very well thought out, very well developed system of spiritual technology. And some consider Sat-chit-ananda to be the same as God or Brahman, absolute reality. Others use it as a term to describe the experience of realizing the unity and wholeness of all existence. But to wrap our minds around the fact, it helps to dissolve the little lower personality, ego of the third dimension of the duality, existence within duality through the ego, to think of as all of this existence, everything that we are aware of is God. The other person who perhaps may be in your life or situation, if you realize it is all from the mind of God, it is all the same awareness and energy and consciousness, which quantum physics proves beyond a shadow of doubt, consciousness is all really that exists. Consciousness is so powerful, it collapses particles in or waveforms into particles and vice versa and whatnot, but our consciousness, awareness is truly the essence of the entire universe. But we can become aware of our higher self through diligence and effort and knowledge, discrimination, discernment, Takes a little effort, but let him who desires, let her who desires to reach this inner consciousness enter their inner sanctuary, wherever that sanctuary may be. You don't have to be in a cathedral, but it could be in your own room. But ultimately, the temple is in your mind, your visualization, and the commanding essence of your I am personality, your awareness. When you touch your awareness, that is the ultimate reality, that is your I am presence. And when you command from that I am presence in full sovereign, self-empowered, through your higher self, you begin to realize the transient character of your own personality, of our little egos, and contrast this with being more in touch, and it's a matter of perspective, but shifting your focus, because we know that where your focus goes, there your energy flows. But rather than focus on your little personality that has all the issues with whatever, focus on that which within you that is immortal. Concentrate your whole consciousness upon this immortal self, this aspect of God, of Source that is within all of us. But within this science of Vedanta, there is a purification of the mind, because really the mind is a very powerful instrument, and there's the brain and whatnot, but the mind takes on a little bit more subtle meaning than just the matter of the brain. But your mind is your brain plus your consciousness, the quality of your consciousness, your thoughts. So the purification of your thoughts and your mind is important, and is the only way to control the mind, which is the gate to all of your reality and experience. I mentioned discrimination. There's also quietude, control of the mind, watching the thoughts, not allowing passions to arise. And it's dispassion. In Vedanta, it's called Sama, S-A-M-A. Self-control, tolerance, a mind that understands correctly all of these tools, if you will, or qualities of the mind, desire for freedom, but how all these tools, concepts, purify and control your mind. And Viveka, V-I-V-E-K-A, discrimination, means discriminating between the real and unreal. And what you give your attention to, what you decide to invest your energies into, that is the first tool in this Vedanta, science of Vedanta, discrimination between what is real and what is unreal. And Vedanta, the science of Vedanta, teaches us that the world is not real. The illusion, Maya, we think the world is real, but Vedanta teaches us that this is wrong, and this misconception is the root cause of our suffering. The definition of real, according to Vedanta, is that it must pass the test of the three time periods, past, present, and future. And it should be unchanging in all three time periods. If an object undergoes any change in any one of the three time periods, then that object is not real. It is unreal. Our bodies, physical genetic vehicles, was born, in my case, a few decades ago. It will perish in the future. So it does not meet the requirement of being real. This applies to any object in the universe. It was not always available in the past and will perish in the future. Even this universe was born 13.7 billion years ago. It was not available before that, and we know it will come to an end in the future. So nothing in this universe is real. Everything is unreal. Everything we perceive and experience through the five senses is unreal. So then the question is, where's the real stuff? Well, This must be discovered. Hit that subscribe button, because we have to find out and realize what is real. As we have discussed, the lower personality ego that is trapped within the five senses, that is not real. Awareness, our fractal of source awareness is the underlying reality of any experience. Our consciousness, everything is inside our minds, your mind and my mind. It is the substratum of any experience. This awareness, our awareness, is the only thing real. Everything else is unreal. This awareness has been there in the past. Think about your earliest memories where you had an objective viewpoint, but you can think back 10 years ago to a situation. How are you able to remember that and still have an objective awareness of that and still have awareness in your current life? That awareness is what is real. That awareness is what is God. This awareness is the only thing real. Everything else is unreal. This awareness has been there in the past. Your awareness will be there in the future. This awareness is unborn, unchanging, uncreated, and is the only real thing. And it provides continuous bliss and happiness when you're connected with it. The I within you, the I that you understand, your awareness, your point of view is the only real thing in this universe. Everything else is unreal. And you arrive at that by applying viveka, or discrimination, on a continuous basis to all of your experiences. So you're the mind of God, the mind of awareness. That supreme intelligence that exists within you is God. And when you shift your attention and focus to that awareness versus the personality, the little ego that the digital matrix has helped create, and it amplifies and perpetuates through all of the various media, your social surroundings. You don't need any of that. You're truly a powerful, self-empowered, self-sovereign aspect of God. Aware in this creation, you're the creator in a human genetic vehicle, experiencing creation as the creator in a human spacesuit. And that's real talk. Namaste, namaskaram.